We're back.
How long have you been practicing that one?
Okay.
That's how I
I want a
spent
couple of
when I
bucks.
was in school.
Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so our next movie is Sean.
My movie was Kiss the Girls from 1997.
What sort of policeman are you?
I'm a forensic psychologist. It's a fancy way of saying I'm a guy who determines the hows and whys.
For forensic psychologist Alex Cross, solving crimes was always logical and always professional. Until somebody made it personal.
We got a call from Durham today. Naomi's missing.
One of the women abducted was my niece. I got to go. The board shows 8 women missing. How closely connected are they?
They all share the same profile. All young, late teens, early 20s. Pretty.
Yeah, they're all extraordinary in some way.
Only 2 bodies have been found. The killer left a note first at the second murder scene.
Signed to Casanova.
Casanova, a great lover.
Kiss me.
Now, the only one who can help him is the woman who got away.
I'd like to say something to Casanova. I broke your rules. None of the other women helped. So if you're looking for someone to blame, blame me.
What do you see when you escape?
There were doors, there were walls, there were stairs.
Guy's a pro, a real student of the game, and he likes to play.
We get one shot here. When it goes down, I need this guy intact.
Every night when I go to sleep, I hear those women's voices. You want to save your niece? Take me with you.
This is the most ambitious stunt in serial pathology. This guy's Houdini squared.
But I think our guy's a little different. I bet these women are alive. Killing's not his ulterior motive. This guy's a collector.
Kiss me.
Morgan Freeman, Ashley Judd. It was directed by Gary Fletter, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
Not to
And
be
it's a-
confused with Gary Glitter.
It's a James Patterson novel.
Okay.
You know, so I loved his, I love his books, whatever, love thriller books. I really thought this was a good movie. It's funny, Rotten Tomatoes gave it like 29.
Really?
Really
Yeah,
low,
that's
a
right.
really low score. I mean, I love thriller movies. I love Ashley Judd. I love Morgan Freeman. I don't care about anybody else in the movie.
Oh, I'm a big fan of Gary always.
Yeah.
Which one was he?
He's the Princess Bride guy. He's one of the detectives. One of the detectives.
Yeah.
Let's say,
Okay.
What's
So
it about?
the storyline is a
Princess Bride.
Morgan. Well, how we learn about it is Morgan Freeman's niece gets kidnapped, or she's missing, for about 3 weeks, and he heads down to where she is, and that's when we find out that there's been a few murders, black women, white women, young women, college agey, that kind of thing. And we get it, wrapped up into this mystery of, Morgan Freeman's helping the police department. Morgan Freeman's character, is helping the police department down where where it happens. Get this shit resolved and how they go about it. So I just really liked it. I really liked how it kept me captivated. And I think because like those two, like the main characters that are played by Ashley Judd and Morgan Freeman, those actors, they do a couple of the movies together and they just have really good charisma together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that really comes through the movie. I thought again, it's a James Patterson novel. So
I did not know that.
you just kind of take it from there, like you could just,
Right.
it was like reading a book, so I don't know. I really
Have you
enjoyed it.
read
I
the
thought,
book?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it's true to the book.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, obviously not everything. You can't put everything in from,
Right.
anyone who reads
Mhm.
a book. You can't put everything in.
Right.
But yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So I just really enjoyed this movie as a thriller.
Sure.
So,
Yeah, I enjoyed the movie too. I saw it when it came out. She was in 1998, I think it was. Or
97.
And I like watching movies that I've seen, like again, because you see it from a different perspective, and I actually enjoyed it more now than I did then. And I was like, wow, was Ashley Judd, that's her name?
Yeah.
I thought, well, she's a really good actress.
Yeah,
I mean,
she
was
is.
really, really, her role was great. Morgan Freeman, yeah, come on, the guy, he's Morgan Freeman.
Brilliant.
He's God.
Yeah, he's God.
It was really well done. It has a lot of the, one thing about those movies too, though, it shows the time period, like the way they were dressed.
Yeah.
In a New Jack in New York City. And it did have a couple of cliches, like there's a scene where Morgan Freeman missed, I guess his whole body of detectives like, hey, I'm living with names. Hey, Bob, how you doing, Bob? Yeah, remember that time? Well, yeah, it's been a classic Hollywood. What's going on there? So,
yeah,
you have those moments, but then but yeah, it was really entertaining. Yeah, it really just had me the whole time, and
even the first scene, like when Morgan Freeman comes in on a whole separate. Where he lives and a whole separate situation where he's talking down someone who's going to commit suicide.
They're setting up his character.
The gun's kind of guy. Can you take the gun out of your mouth? It's just as effective if you point it to your head.
And they do that in these films. They do that to introduce that character and what they do and how they do that. And okay, so he's that kind of a person that's a psychologist who's also a detective or thing. But yeah, I enjoyed it.
I feel like I'm Debbie Downer this particular week. It's like I thought on the positive side, I never realized before how good an actress Ashley Judd actually is, and Morgan Freeman.
Hollywood doesn't give her enough credit.
I mean, she was excellent. The movie I did not like, but it kind of reminded me of 7. It was actually shot the shooting of it, the feel of it. I didn't like the movie. I thought they were very good in the movie.
You didn't like the subject matter too, I will say that.
There were so many cops in it, and I couldn't actually tell.
There was only 2 main ones.
There were the 2 detectives from the town, their chief, and 2 FBI agents.
Yeah, that were somewhere else from somewhere else. You know what I mean? They weren't actually. Morgan Freeman was not actually.
Yeah. Morgan Freeman was from Washington. From Washington going to Louisiana, I think. And that was him, Miss Gary always in the other guy. Because they're. New Orleans. It was one of those states because they have a way that they talk. You can see the inflection.
Yeah, they weren't. There were so many cops I couldn't keep track of which ones were actually on the case and which ones, because Morgan Freeman is not actually. He's helping them. Well, he helps them because he's helping them because they kind of have to.
Right.
They're not happy about it.
He's personally involved in it.
Yeah, he's personally involved in it, which I don't think would happen anyways. So
even the chief says I think his line is, make yourself at home, but stay out of the kitchen.
Yeah, and
that's a great line.
And also my thing on serial killers, these guys are like diabolical. It's like which is. I don't think that's kind of how it goes. So they're just
but he claimed them too as collectors.
Yes,
which was different than
I had a hard time believing that. Anyways,
no, they're.
But remember,
I understand.
But remember, in movies, they always have to make serial killers more interesting.
I understand.
They have to make serial killers more interesting than sometimes they are in real life.
Yeah,
especially in 1997, that was the big.
They have to make them clever. Era.
It was 7.
Yeah,
then the late 90s, they had a lot of those movies.
Yeah, so that was basically it. And Gary Elway's accent was so bad. It was
so British actor being from Louisiana.
The movie reminded me of Mindhunter, which is the series.
Yeah. I love Mindhunter.
Gary Elway reminded me of the kid from Mindhunter.
Yeah, the young guy.
Because they look identical.
Yeah, but that's actually more real. You know what I mean? I like Mindhunters. I think that's a great series.
Oh, me too.
Anyway, so I really got a look at Ashley Judd. It was like, she's actually, I've never watched too many movies with her, but she's actually a really good actress. Yeah. And it was there, and like you said, it was actually the charisma of and the chemistry between Morgan Freeman and Ashley Judd that kept me kind of interested in it. Because it was like, it's like, how many cops? Who are these cops?
Damn, you're really focused on the cops.
No, they were just everywhere.
They all look alike.
They were
cops.
everywhere all the time, and I couldn't figure out who was what, where. Anyways, yeah, so Patty.
I wondered if I should even comment on this one because I have watched so many serial killers movies.
She's a serial killer.
I am a, what do you call it?
Expert?
No, like a fine wine. I'm like a
Aficionado.
snob about how the plots go. And I remember watching it in 1997 because, of course, it's a serial killer. But I remember that era had a lot of serial killers movies. And funny enough, the ones that are the most nuts are the real ones, are the real stories. But I liked it, but I can always guess what's going to happen, who's guilty.
Oh, I knew who it was right off.
Yeah, me too. I mean, it's like setup. There's a certain
formula.
And I was like,
That's
it's
for
her,
sure.
it's him.
For
It's
sure.
her. But I still like the movie, and I like all the Pattersons.
Yeah.
Other movies they did. But I did like, I don't know. I could find fault with Ashley. What's her name?
Ashley Judd.
I just know her sister.
It was funny. I was going, is that Gal Gadot?
But and Morgan Freeman, but they're both great actresses. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah. But yeah, and I could watch it again. But the story plot, I thought it could have been. I'm always wanting it to be more like to shock me, so I don't. Oh, like, oh my God, I didn't know it was that person. And that has yet to happen.
She's jaded.
Yeah, jaded. Yeah.
Okay, so is that, you have anything more you want to
Nope.
say about it? Okay. Okay, so
I'll give it an 8.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8 too.
I'll give it a 6.
I'll give it a 7.
Okay.
Ah.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Okay.